Hello my dear students of class 6. I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to my class. In the last video, we read about the heat zones of the earth. Today we will start with a new topic which is a very interesting topic. Nowadays, if we have to find any place, to locate any place, what do? We just put the address in the Google map, and the Google map gives us information that where we have to go, how we have to go, where we need to take a right turn, where we need to take a left turn. Think that how the Google map do that. How is it possible for the Google map? Just imagine that if you have to send a gift to any of your friend, how you will do it? You will send to his or her postal address. That address will have a house number, will have a lane number, will have a proper pin code or nearby location by which it will be easy for the person to find that location and can send your gift to your friend. Now, in case of Google Map, you may question then how the Google Map find the exact location of a place. Because in Google Map, they have a lot of numbers stored in it. And these numbers are referred as coordinates. Whenever we put an address, they provide the coordinates of latitudes and longitudes. So these are the unique numbers. With the help of these unique numbers, which are stored in the Google Map, we can easily locate any place on the earth. Now, already we have learned about latitudes. What are latitudes? Let us understand first the concept of longitudes. What are longitudes? What is the definition of longitude? Longitudes are, these are again imaginary lines. We know that all these lines are imaginary, not real in sense. And these lines are drawn so that we can locate the place. We have already learned that latitudes are horizontal lines. And then what are longitudes? These are vertical lines. So we can say that they are vertical lines. So semicircular lines, which are halves of great circle, vertical lines that runs from north to south, from north to south, and measures the distance east or west of the prime meridian. We will come to the definition of prime meridian. Now first let us understand what are longitudes. Longitudes are semicircular lines, as I said, half of the great circle. They are vertical lines and they run from north to south, and they measure the distance east or west of the prime meridian. Now what do you mean by prime meridian? Unlike latitude, there is no central longitude on the basis of which we can easily locate other longitudes. So how we can locate longitudes if there will be no reference point? Like latitudes, there is a reference point, that is reference latitude, that is equator. So to have a reference point by which we can locate other longitudes, we used prime meridian, which is again an imaginary line which has been used as a reference point to locate all other longitudes. So this is my prime meridian, which is at 0 degree. This prime meridian is used as a reference point. The prime meridian is again an imaginary line, and this is dividing the earth into two hemispheres, west hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere. So it is dividing the earth into western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. So to the west of the prime meridian, it is the western hemisphere, and to the east of the prime meridian is the eastern hemisphere. The prime meridian is passing through British Royal Observatory, Greenwich, London, which is in England. So from where the prime meridian passed, it passed through British Royal Observatory, Greenwich, London, which is in England, right? The letter E is used to denote the longitudes located in the eastern hemisphere, and W to denote the longitudes located in the western hemisphere. So the line of longitude is marked by the letter E for the eastern hemisphere, that is E or east, or W or west for the western hemisphere. Now, as the longitudes are drawn on the basis of the prime meridian, that is why they are also referred as the meridians of longitude. You can see these are the longitudes and this is the equator, and the longitudes are at right angles to the equator. So we can say that they are at right angle to the equator. Each longitude is divided into degrees, and similarly the degrees are divided into minutes and minutes divided into seconds. So they are divided into degrees, minutes and seconds. Now, how many longitudes are there in total? We know the shape of the earth is a sphere. In a sphere, we have 360 degrees. That means as our shape of the earth is a sphere, so here we have 360 longitudes in total. How many longitudes we have? We have 360 longitudes in total. (180° in the east and 180° in the west. So here we have 180° and here we have 180°. Total we have 360° longitudes in total. Just see, this is 0° and right at opposite of 0° here, it is 180°. This is referred as the international date line. So the line which is formed at the opposite of the prime meridian, that is 180°, is referred as the international date line. On the basis of this international date line, day is either, means the date changes from western to eastern hemisphere. Clear? Now let us go ahead with some of the features of longitudes. Features of longitude. First, it runs from North Pole to South Pole. These are semicircular lines. We can also say that they are halves of great circle. They are longitudes are at right angles to the equator. It also lies in the plane that passes through the Earth's axis. It measures the distance east or west of the prime meridian. Now, just look at the diagram. You can see that the distance between two longitudes are more here. It is 111 kilometers, that is 69 miles. But just see that as the distance increases, that means as it is moving towards the pole, the distance is going on decreasing. Then we can say that it is farthest at the equator and they meet at the poles. So farthest at the equator and meet at the poles. The lines are of equal length. Lines are of equal length. So what we understood about longitudes, that it runs from North Pole to South Pole. These are semicircular lines, are halves of great circle. Longitudes are at right angles to the equator. That means they cross the equator at right angles. Lies in the plane that passes through the Earth's axis. Measures the distance east or west of the prime meridian. Farthest at the equator and it meet at the poles. The lines are of equal length. I hope so all of you understood. Longitudes are also referred as meridians. So I told you. How many are there in total? 360 in total. 180 in the west plus 180 in the east. Longitude is not only necessary to locate a place but also to calculate time of any place. So if we need to calculate time of any place, we need longitude. So I hope all of you understood the features of longitude. Now let us see that how the GPS or how the Google Maps work, like what is the importance of the two coordinates, that is latitudes and longitudes. I told you that in Google Maps they have some numbers stored in it that are latitude and longitude coordinates. So to find the exact location of any place, we need both latitude and longitude. Now a combination of meridians of longitude and parallels of latitude provides a network of lines, or we can say the framework, or which is referred as the grid, which help to locate the exact position of a place in reference to the prime meridian and the equator. Now look at this diagram. On the globe, these are the imaginary lines which are drawn. And this imaginary line forms a grid. See that this imaginary line, both the combination of the meridians of longitude and the parallels of latitude, they are forming a network of line that is referred as a grid, and with the help of this grid we can easily locate any place in reference to the prime meridian and the equator. Let us understand with the help of an example. Suppose Dhubri in Assam is located in 26° north and 90° east. Suppose Tokyo is 35° north and 139° east. Sydney 34° south and 151° east. Now, can you tell me which are the latitudes and which are the longitudes? Okay, so these are the latitudes and these are the longitudes. So, in this diagram, let us find out how we can locate a place with the help of a latitude and a longitude. So, 26° north. So, this is my 26° north, this one. And it is 90° east. See, this is 90° east. So, this is the point where 26° north and 90° east are meeting. So, this is the exact location of Dhubri. Next comes to Tokyo. Tokyo is 35° north, see 35° north and 139° east. 139° east. So, this one. This is the reference point. So, this is the exact location of Tokyo. Now, for Sydney, 34° south. This is 34° south. 151° east. 151° east. This is 151° east. So, this is the location of Sydney. So, to find the exact location of any place, we need both the latitudes and longitudes. Only with the help of latitude we cannot find the place, neither with the help of longitude. We need both the coordinates by which we can easily locate any place in the earth. I hope so all of you understood the concept of grid, the concept of longitudes, and how we can locate a place with the help of parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. What is a grid then? Grid is a network of line that is formed by the combination of parallels of latitude. What are parallels of latitude? The circular lines which are horizontal in nature, or we can say the imaginary circular horizontal lines that runs from east to west and measures distance north or south of the equator. They are at 10° intervals. How many intervals there? 10° intervals, and in total there are 180° of latitudes in all. So what are longitudes now? Longitudes are semicircular vertical lines which runs from North Pole to South Pole, and they measure distance east or west of the prime meridian. They are at 15° intervals. You see, 15° interval. So in this video, we understood about these two concepts, that are longitudes and grid. In the next video, we will move ahead with another important topic, that is the last topic of the chapter. Hope so all of you understood till this much. go through your NCERT books, go through the notes and the PDF which is provided in the description box. If you have any suggestion or any problem, you can comment in the comment box given below. If you like my content, don't forget to like my video. That means to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe my channel if you are new to my channel. I hope all of you will get benefited by my videos. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon for further notification of the upcoming videos in my channel. Until then, stay safe and stay at home. Thank you.